Hey guys, welcome back to another Ruski Fishing Boys episode. Today, I'm going to review some of the fly fishing gear that we use in our videos. So first, I'm going to review the rod, the reel, and the line. So for this is like one of my favorite rods. It's a 9-foot, 6-weight St. Croix Triumph fly fishing rod. 4-piece. It's really nice travel rod. I use it for everything. And I got a Reddington Behemoth 5/6 weight. I love this thing mainly because of the drag. And on this Behemoth, it has 6th weight Scientific Angler trout line. Alright, so now for our leaders. This is a wet fly Duraleader sinking poly leader. It is 6 IPS, which is inches per second, and 8 pound, and it's only 8 feet long. I like this one because it is very sensitive and it's very easy to use. Alright, now for our Euro nymphing line. This is Rio Technical Euro line, and it is tapered leader. This is 2X to 4X. Sometimes we use different ones. We like this one because it's very long, sensitive, and easy to see, and it's just one of the best ones. We've been using it forever. Okay, now our last 2 leaders. These are super cheap. Cortland, right here we have the 333 Classic and the just original Cortland loop leader. I like this one for all around, and this one for the creek because it is very, very clear and you can't really see it. And they're very cheap. You could get a lot of these. They're only like $2.56 each, and that's why I love them. Alright, up next we have some of our streamers that we use. Obviously, gotta go with the black or the green or olive streamers first. Those are just the main ones that we use out on the Boise River. We got some white ones. I'm not going to show very detailed. We got some articulated streamers. We got some woolly buggers. We got all different types. We got mice here, this type of mouse, and this type right here. We even got some duck thing that we found on the river. Don't really know what it is, but it's been slaying a lot of fish in the brownie season. I like this one a lot. It's really cool. Just a lot of action. There's a lot. I mean, I couldn't choose if the fishing was going good. We have some scud or sculpin, as some people call it, crawfish, crawdads,
Dragonfly.
We got some dragonflies here, frogs, you know, all sorts of stuff. We use this stuff all the time. It helps catching a lot of the bigger fish. Sometimes nymphs or tries just won't catch big. Alright guys, secondly, we have nymphs. Nymphs catch lots of fish, you know. Over here, I have a lot of them. We just won't name all of them. We have copper johns, prince nymphs. We have a bunch of stuff here. And I like these orange beaded ones right there, as you can see. This tackle box has some dries in it, sorry. But this is like all around tackle box. And over here we have some salmon eggs and some St. Juan worms, but we're trying to fill that tackle box up just a little bit. And we just like a lot of nymphs. The ones that seem to be working on the Boise River, the year 2020, anything flashy, anything a little bit red. Like I said, these orange beaded nymphs that you could see right here are perfect. And anything with just a bunch of flash, like I could use anything that has a little bit of red, anything. And I haven't really tried the salmon eggs or the St. Juan worms, but I'm sure those will work just as fine. Alright guys, next we have dries. Sorry we don't have a lot of dries, but sometimes we gotta use them, you know, fish just slurping up the PMDs, the caddis that are hatching. We have some hoppers, some caddis, some PMDs, we just have a lot of them. We have some terrestrials, ants, you know, beetles, that type of stuff works. Humphreys, just a lot of mosquitoes. Some chubbies work really well in the creeks that we find here on the Boise River. You know, anything really works as long as it's big and bushy and, like, you know, could float. You could maybe use some gink or something like that. But as long as it matches the size, color, and the shape of the fly that you see hatching, you're pretty likely to catch some fish. Alright guys, so some more dries over here. We got some green drakes and also some more realistic hoppers. These things work just as well. We just don't have room in our other tackle boxes because we don't want them squished, so we just keep them in here. And thirdly, we have indicators and super float / gink. So these indicators work really well. Sometimes you could find deep holes along the Boise River that are like 12, 15 feet deep, and you can't really Euro nymph that. I mean, you can, or it's not going to work as well as indicators. So over here we got some, dude, these are, I'm not really good.
Yarn indicator.
We got some yarn indicators here. We got some foam orange ones there, some foam yellow ones here, and we got some airlocks, some thingamabobbers right here, and we also got some of this super float and some gink. Not gonna lie, I actually like the super float better than gink, but I just use the super float more often. They both work really well on dry flies. Sometimes I'll put on my line or my indicator just to keep it floating, because sometimes these foam indicators will soak up water. That's why we have so many of them. Alright guys, and lastly, we have some poppers. These poppers work well for big panfish, bass, and maybe if you find a very slow moving pool on the river, you could probably catch some trout out of that. But these poppers, they're really excellent. They float really well, and they make a nice blooping sound, which I really like, and the fish seem to really hate it. That's why they attack it so often. They got so much great action, so much rubber legs. I just love them. I can't stop using them, and I just love these things. You guys should get some. You could find these at Walmart. They're everywhere.